Previously on MasterChef Australia. It was their chance, a guaranteed immunity.
I've never worked so hard in my life.
As Reese, Amelia, Poe and Laura...
They look so beautiful, Laura.
Come on, Amelia, keep it up!
...turned the humble pumpkin into mouth-watering dishes.
I thought it was a well-rounded, well-executed dish.
I could eat that all day, every day.
And...
Congratulations.
It was a jubilant Reese who won the prize. Tonight...
What's going on here, you two?
As they vie for a place in the top 8...
I'm just struggling a bit.
A big competition favourite...
No.
...will go home.
You got the heat on you, Amelia.
Burning out in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us. Burning out in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star.
What the hell? Here they come. You can hear them a mile away, can't you? Like a flock of cockatoos.
I know, right?
What is happening?
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is so cool.
Today, walking into the garden, it's very exciting. There's market stands. I can see a beautiful pantry in the garden. Like, the garden just looks amazing. There's flowers, there's butterflies, the judges are there.
Hello. I was not expecting that.
Neither.
Oh, that is rad.
I can see 4 different stall setups: Chinese, Indian, Mexican, and Lebanese.
I want Chinese, please, 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 please.
I'm quietly excited. I love street food.
Good morning. A little bit different out here today in the garden, hey?
Yeah.
We're here because this is where you're going to be cooking today. Not you, though, Reese. You won this week's immunity challenge. Congratulations.
Reese, those shorts
Oh,
say
those
I
party
came
pants
to
are
party.
epic.
I love it.
I don't know what's better, the shorts or the socks.
Socks are
The
great.
socks are pretty good.
Oh,
Thanks, guys. Love the support.
Obviously, you're safe from elimination. No chance of going home today. You can bask up the beautiful sun and the sunshine and watch everyone else struggle. And struggle they will, because they're cooking for their place in the competition today. 2 rounds today, guys. 4 of you will be safe at the end of round 1. 4 of you will go into round 2. At the end of that round, 1 of you is going home. We might be out in the sunshine, but this is not the time to take it easy. If you're back to win, from this moment forward, do not take your foot off the gas.
Rightio, you guys have been eyeing off that pantry and those street stalls since you got here. It won't surprise you that round 1 is all about street food. Something that we all love. You know why? Street food is all about flavour. We've got Indian, we've got Chinese, we've got Mexican, and we've got Lebanese. There's only 4 cards. There's 8 of you. You know what that means? You guys are cooking in pairs.
Looking at the cuisines available, I straight away want Chinese. It's the food that I do back at home. The cuisine that I least want is Mexican. I'll be stuck on the spot. I won't know what to cook. I don't really know too much about it.
Rightio, let's see who's cooking with who. First things first, we'll pick a token. Don't look.
I can't see anything here.
Whatever cuisine you get, that's what you're cooking.
Indian.
Indian?
Nice.
I feel like the Indian gods are shining down on me today. I mean, I walked in, I saw the Indian cart, I wanted Indian, I've picked Indian.
Oh,
The Indian twins.
Amelia and I are working together. We are such good friends. It's like, thank you.
Lebanese. Chinese. Oh, what do you want? Just out of interest?
Chinese. Mexican.
Mexican. Oh, that was a bit of a Mexican.
Oh.
Chinese.
Lebanese.
Lebanese.
It was Mexican, is it?
You've
Yeah,
got-
Sweet.
You guessed it, Mexican.
All right, we have a lot riding on today's challenge. So we thought we'd give you a bit of a leg up. We have invited someone along who has devoted himself to exploring the great cuisines of the world. He has made a career out of traveling the world. He then brings that knowledge back home and designs fine dining menus that celebrate these culinary hotspots at his Melbourne restaurant. Atlas. You guessed it, it's Atlas. Please welcome Charlie Carrington.
Charlie's incredibly knowledgeable about not just food, but specifically the countries we're cooking today. And I've got a funny feeling he knows a lot more about Lebanese cuisine than I do. So we're gonna have to pull out all the stops today to impress him.
There you go.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, how are you?
All right, mate.
Very good, thank you. eh?
Welcome. Charlie, you've visited 11 countries now.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, every 4 months we change our cuisine based off a different country. So I'll travel overseas, come back, and then I have about a month or so to write the menu. It keeps it really unique, and we're a set menu restaurant, so we can really focus on making an incredible experience. It brings the guests on the journey with us. So I think we're going to be doing that today.
Atlas Dining is really cool because it has a menu that's always dynamic and always changing. And that's what chefs love, creativity and trying different things that are new.
So, everybody, here's some rules. Each team must make 2 street food dishes. You can only use what's in that pantry over there, and obviously what's in the garden. We're going to give you 75 minutes. We're going to taste all your dishes. The best 2 teams are safe. The other 2 teams are going into round 2, and at the end of that round, one of you is going home. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your 75 minutes starts now.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's grab that pen and paper.
Yeah.
Street food Mexican, we have to do
taco.
tacos.
So I reckon
What are
we
you
should
thinking?
do a lamb dish, of course. Okay?
Yeah, cool.
Indian.
You're right.
Oh,
You got nicer handwriting.
I'm a lefty.
Perfect.
Indian.
Go. I can't believe it. I travelled in India for 2 weeks with Amelia after MasterChef the first time around. I'm glad we know what cuisine we're cooking today, Mills. To travel overseas with a friend at 19 for me was such a big thing. To just basically roam a country and a city of Mumbai with 20 million people, little me, it was amazing. It was incredible. It was scary and crazy and wild. We had so much fun. I loved it. Remember that cucumber little snack we had? It was like cucumber, chili, salt.
Ah, in those cups.
Yeah, do you remember? And we were walking around like the streets of India just dipping it in the chili
Yeah,
salt.
yeah, I do remember
Yeah,
that.
that was so good. Now, you confident with making pani puri?
No way.
Perfect. Excellent. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
We're going to make a pani puri with raw scallops and chili cucumber with a tomato and tamarind water. And the second dish, that's going to be a tandoor naan bread with tandoor prawns, a little tikka masala and some yogurt.
So what are you guys making?
So we're doing a pani puri?
Have you made one before?
No.
What? It's an elimination. Never made one before. Well, I believe in you two.
Pani puri is a little ball of pastry and you smash in the top and you fill it with whatever you like and some sauces and you eat it in one bite and it's delicious.
And pray that it puffs.
That's it, Loz.
You got the salt bush?
Yeah.
What's going on here, you two?
Not much, mate. Just hanging out, enjoying the sun.
Yeah, right. Tell me your 2 dishes. Am I going to be transported to the streets of Lebanon or what?
Yeah.
So, coriander and pistachio hummus.
Yep.
And then the other dish is going to be lamb, flatbread, a little salad,
So, rewind. Tell me about the lamb.
lamb shoulder.
Lamb shoulder.
Lamb shoulder.
75 minutes.
That's the plan.
Okay. What's the most important thing about that lamb shoulder when it comes out the pressure cooker?
It's going to dry out.
Correct.
So making sure that it's in liquid, but then we reduce some of the liquid as well down to intensify that flavour and stir it through. Our lamb's in the pressure cooker. As soon as it comes out of the pressure cooker, it's going to start drying out unless you add liquid back to it. Once it's shredded, it goes straight back into that reduced liquid, so it sucks up all that flavour and doesn't just become dry. Give a little taste of that. Let me know what you think.
Yep, yep.
It's now time to make that pistachio hummus.
While Callum is getting on with the pistachio hummus, I'm doing the pomegranate salad.
Do you think chili on the lamb as well, and a bit too much?
I want the salad to bring a lot of herbaceous flavour and also acidity. And in that dressing, I really want to have hits of yogurt, lemon, sumac, all those wonderful things that speak about that part of the world.
This is for the salad?
Yep.
Yep, delicious.
Plain and simple, gang. We're looking for delicious street food. 1 hour to go. Woo! There we go.
All right, Lozzie, this is not what I wanted. Maybe it's too thick.
We can't go into elimination the next round together.
I know.
No pressure. This is the food of my people. What are you doing?
I want to do like a fried steamed dumpling.
What's your filling?
Pork and cabbage, favourite. My favourite.
So you're sort of doing like a northern Chinese, Shanghainese sort of style pan-fried dumpling.
Pan-fried dumpling. So fry them off, get it real crispy, and then cover steam.
Great. Reynolds?
Been to do a fried rice with chicken scratchings, chicken fat through it, ginger chicken rice, lapchong, and finish it off with the chicken scratchings on top, some garlic in it as well, and some shallots.
Fantastic. What do you reckon?
I think they've really hit the nail on the head. You know,
Yeah.
these are street foods of China, so they're
Yeah.
really, you know, as long as it's clean and simple and cooked nice.
As long as you find ways to jam as much flavour as you can in there, make it so tasty.
All right.
All right, good.
Come on, Reynolds.
I gotta make the fried rice good.
Fried rice can be boring, but I'm thinking to add a bit of chicken fat and chicken scratchings into it. To make this chicken scratching is to basically remove all the skin from the chicken, chop it up, put some water in a pan, and then just let it boil until the water evaporates and the fat renders out. And also lapchong, which is a Chinese sausage. It's sweet, it's really fatty, and it's really Moorish.
It's all about drying out that rice first.
Hey, Tess, can I grab you for a sec?
Yep.
Really quickly.
Hang on a sec.
Knowing that only 4 of us are safe and, you know, the calibre of cooks around me, you know, Reynolds half Chinese and he's got Chinese street food.
All right, Colin, rice is done.
Laura and Amelia have got Indian street food and they've been there together.
Dough is done. Where is somewhere warm?
Was there a pineapple? I have never been to Mexico. Brendan's never been to Mexico, so we're really just relying on our like Western knowledge of what the cuisine is about. I just think, you know, there's a lot that we're going up against.
Ooh, okay, Team Mexico, what are we making?
So we're doing, a masa flour taco, corn taco with crispy fish. And our second dish is a char-grilled quail. With an agave lime glaze, pineapple hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See much quail in Mexican cuisine?
Come on, Reynolds.
Nah, I'll get it. I'll have it done.
Have you ever had a dumpling, Racy?
Yeah, I live with Brendan. Pretty much his go-to dinner.
45 minutes to go, guys. 45 minutes.
Come on, guys, keep it up.
In round 1 for today's elimination, we're cooking street food. You have to cook 2 dishes. I am paired with Brendan and we're cooking Mexican.
What are we making?
So we're doing a masa flour taco with crispy fish. And our second dish is a char-grilled quail. With an agave lime glaze, pineapple hot sauce.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to do something that's more us, but still, like, has the same flavours.
Okay. Make it work and make it delicious.
Good luck, guys.
Mexican food to me is something that my repertoire isn't huge, but I do know the flavours and that's what I'm going to rely on.
Quail is done.
My quail is all deboned, so now I move on to getting everything onto the grill. So that's the corn, fresh jalapenos, and some of that fresh pineapple. Mexico is known for charring and getting smokiness into different elements, so I really want to make sure that I carry that across every single element on the plate.
2 parts flour to 1.5 masa.
I start work on a dough for the taco shells. I've never made this before, but I add enough water to bring it together so it forms a dough. I'm so out of my depth here. I'm bringing this dough together. It doesn't feel anything like what I'm used to. So I'm just gonna bring it together until it doesn't feel too sticky, not too wet or not too dry, and I'm gonna cover it. I've never made these tacos before with this flour, so I'm worried about a lot of things. My dough is resting. I now move on to prepping the blue eye. I've chosen blue-eye fish today for the taco. I think it would fry nicely in a beer batter, be nice and juicy and tender on the inside, and it will hold well.
Oh, that's heaps.
Keep it up, Brendan. Focus on what you're doing, please.
Your trip around the world ends in 30 minutes! 30 minutes to go!
Come on!
Hey, are the coals still on?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
This is really hard, Reynolds, with a limited space, rolling out dough.
What's that going to be?
So for the prawns,
Oh,
just making like a really thick, kind of like tikka style masala.
yeah, nice.
My naan's resting. I've got my prawns marinating in the spices and some yogurt, and my curry sauce is working. Okay, so I'm doing Mills, cumin, coriander, turmeric, sweet and smoky paprika.
Hang on, I'm not listening. Go on. I have spent so much time on these pani puri shells, and I'm feeling really nervous about them now.
Lozzie, these are coming up like little poppadoms.
They're just not puffing at all.
Maybe it just needs to be hotter to get a more even puff.
I am disappointed. I really want to pay homage to Indian cuisine and my friendship with Laura.
All right, what do we do here?
And I also want to really showcase the pani puri technique.
Oh, girls.
Hello.
Word on the street is you two have been up to a bit of mischief in India.
Ran
We
wild.
have.
Huh?
Yeah,
Ran wild?
we run amok, Andy.
What's going on over this side?
This is experimental.
Experimenting on Elimination Day.
Yeah.
Is that how we do it?
We wanted to do a little pani puri.
Okay.
I'm just struggling a bit with the whole pani puri part.
Yeah, which is the name of the dish.
Yeah. So
If it doesn't puff up, oh, it doesn't matter how good this dish is, you guys might be in round 2. You got the heat on you, Amelia.
I sure do, don't I? Laura, do you want to swap?
No, I don't want to swap. I'm happy over here.
How are you going, Brendan?
Yeah, good. I'm just doing the salsa now.
Chili.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I love this challenge. Street food, it is just all about flavour, and that's what we all love. Who we loving, who we not so loving.
Reynolds fried rice, you know, doing fried rice with not day-old rice is going to be interesting. So I want to see if we can get that kind of bitey texture that we love out of it. That's something that's really crucial. So we'll see how that plays. But
You are going to be hawking on that fried rice, aren't you? You are
I am a
the
demon
judge is
about
out.
rice,
Yeah.
absolutely. But you know what I love is that Amelia and Laura actually travelled to India together. And now, look at that, it's kismet. They're together on the Indian stand.
The pani puri was a huge risk, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that myself.
Poor old Amelia has been standing over that deep fryer for about 45 minutes now. Cross my fingers for the girls that they can bring that together. You just can't forget, there's going to be 4 of them in round 2, and then one of them goes home.
Good. This is good.
Paul and I have got reasonably different cooking styles, and we've got a fair bit to do, so it's just a matter of pushing on now.
For the first dish today, we're going to do a barbecued then braised lamb shoulder with a pomegranate salad, baba ganoush and flatbread.
Oh, looks stunning, Po. Looks beautiful. Well done.
Dish 2 is going to be prawn skewers with a pistachio, coriander and green chili hummus and fried prawn heads.
All that needs is olive oil at the end. So salad's done.
I'm starting to get a little bit anxious about time because I know how long that lamb's going to take to get out, reduce, shred, pop back through the liquid.
We're going to have to maybe think about what we drop, Po, because I think we're going to...
No, we're good. I know you're getting nervous, but...
Not nervous about you, but just nervous about how much we as a team have to do.
No, all good.
You've only got 15 minutes to go. Let's go.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
I'm just going to brush this with a bit of oil.
Got enough time, Khan?
Yeah. This is good. This is looking really good. They're getting real brown.
What's that smell?
Oh, that's my curry.
It smells amazing.
I'm on track, Mil. Are you?
No, the dough's not puffing. It's sort of like blistering, you know, like a papadum, but it's not puffing the way I want it to.
15 minutes to go. I have been through countless pani puri testers.
All right, this ain't working.
I really need to get on to cooking these naans and the prawns in the tandoor. I'm really stressed we're running out of time.
I just hate not being able to do things.
I'm worried about me and Laura going through to the second round.
All right, Lozzie, I don't know what to do about these little guys.
The worst thing about this is I'm the one that said, let's do pani puri.
And I think it's just the thickness.
Do not panic.
I'm not panicked, I just don't want to go into elimination.
So there's no one to blame but me.
I'm on track, Mil. Are you?
No, the dough's not puffing. It's sort of like blistering, you know, like a papadum, but it's not puffing the way I want it to.
15 minutes to go. I have been through countless pani puri testers.
I'm really stressed. We're running out of time. I just hate not being able to do things. I'm worried about me and Laura going through to the second round.
Do not panic.
I'm not panicked. I just don't want to go into elimination. I'm the one that said, let's do pani puri. So there's no one to blame but me.
What?
My first puri. My puri puff.
It puffed. Go have a look. It looks so good.
Oh, Milvy.
Oh, she's a puffy dog.
Oh my.
Pani puri.
Oh, pani puri.
What a day. What a time to be alive. I've got 1 great pani puri and 3 less than great pani puri. But I really need to get on to cooking these naans and the prawns in the tandoor. So they need to not be so floury.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
When I was in India, I did get the chance to work a tandoor, which was very exciting. Working a tandoor is not necessarily hard, it's just very hot.
Millsy, that looks so good.
A good 400-500 degrees and you end up with no arm hairs by the end of it.
I feel really bad for this prawn.
Cooking the prawns in the tandoor is probably the hardest part. They need to be beautiful and charred, but they can't be overcooked, so it's a real balancing act.
Here are the prawns. Cook the bread. I'm seasoning and we'll be fine. I think like a little smear on the bottom of the prawns, or do you think dollop it on top so that it's just...
Yeah, maybe dollop on top.
Yeah, just user-friendly, yeah?
With 10 minutes to go, those prawns and the flatbread are done. I've got to get that lamb out, but it's really important now that we can reduce that sauce and actually make some flavour into that lamb.
Just going to get some of the liquid reducing.
I think if you're watching from afar, you would probably think that Po and I are on 2 different teams in the way that I'm freaking out and running around and trying to bring everything together.
It's definitely falling apart.
And Po is in a far more calm state of mind.
Good, good. This is shredding. Good.
The thing about this lamb is that as soon as we shred it, we need to return it straight into the liquid. It's so porous that it can just dry out really quickly.
That's all the best bits of lamb, mate.
The lamb's finally done, and I'm hoping it's going to be very moist because the smallest thing might send us into round 2 for sure.
We're up to the old make or break time. 5 minutes to go.
5 minutes, let's go.
It's all right, boy. 5 minutes will be enough.
Oh, that sauce is good, Mel.
Tomato water?
Yeah. I'm over.
This salsa is so spicy.
All right, taco. Never done this before. To make my taco shell, I grab a small bit of dough, I put it into the taco press and press it as hard as I can. I'm praying to the Mexican gods.
Press it.
I'm pressing it.
Harder. The whole way down.
I just am hoping for the best.
Oh, that looks good.
How's it all going, Brendan?
I'm just doing the tacos.
You've got to think about the usability of it, right? It's a vehicle for things to go on top. You want to make sure that it holds together, that it's dense enough to be able to hold all of those delicious flavours.
Yep.
Got to know when to hold them, got to know when to fold them.
Okay. Gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them.
Just remember the song, Brendan. Know when to fold them.
In my fried rice, I want to add in a bunch of different sauce. Shallot sauce, XO sauce, chili oil into that as well, and just a little bit of chicken fat as well. Oh, yep. Nailing the right fried rice is not easy. It's all about instinct. So I'm getting Khan to taste some.
It's too hot, I know.
It's hot. It's really hot.
Just put it in your mouth. Oh my God, Khan.
It really...
I burnt my mouth too.
Is it spicy or just
No,
hot?
it's like heat hot. It's heat hot.
You could have warned me.
Feedback on the rice?
Reynolds gives me a test of his fried rice. I think it's a little bit too greasy. But right now, there's only about 4 minutes to go, so I don't know how he's going to be able to fix it.
You need some freshness. Some freshness? So to bring some freshness into the fried rice, I've got some fresh coriander and chopped up some fresh little bird's eye chili.
Come on, Reynolds.
I want to be safe. I don't want to go into round 2. I really hope that it is enough.
2 minutes to go! 2 minutes, Team Lebanon, 2 minutes. Thanks, Andy.
Got it. Is this? I forgot what.
Oh my God, there's a bee there.
Mel, can I chuck the whole prawn on?
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it looks good. Oh, bee. Oh, why is it always me?
I'm poking the holes in my pani puri to fill with the scallop ceviche, and the one that I was really happy with crushes beautifully, but the other 3 are just a little bit heavy. I can see the inside hasn't puffed completely, but I'm feeling really happy with the naan, the cooking of the prawns, and I think everything about the pani puri is beautiful, except the pani puri itself.
30 seconds, guys! 30 seconds!
30 seconds! I'm plating up right now, Reynolds. I'm finishing up garnish.
Rose Adam, we're channeling you today.
Should we put a bit of this on it?
Yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Get it on the plate, Loz. Cut the pith out.
This is it! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, that's it!
Goodness me.
Oh, cow, that's rad.
I'm nervous.
Oh my God, that's so full.
That challenge was so stressful, very much outside of my comfort zone.
Do you know what? You did such a good job though,
So I'm a bit nervous.
I really hope I've pinned up the fried rice enough for the judges to be impressed and for us to be in the top 2.
I just wish they all puffed the same.
It's okay. They don't live up to the expectation of a pani puri. There's a real chance that Laura and I might be going into round 2.
Well, what a cook. Epic energy, heaps of smiles, and we hope that translates into amazing food. But here's the thing. The bottom 2 teams are going to go into this afternoon's elimination. We all know what happens there. One of you will go home. Mexican team, we're going to try your street food first.
You good?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Good job, guys.
Walking our dishes up to the judges, I'm super proud of what Brendan and I have produced. But, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm serving Charlie quail, and this is potentially not traditional, and I might get caned for it.
Tessa, Brendan, Mexican, what'd you cook for us?
So we've got crispy blue-eyed tacos with a tomatillo salsa and fried black beans.
And we have a grilled quail with agave and lime glaze, charred corn, a pineapple hot sauce, and a spicy jalapeno salsa.
Enough talking, let's eat.
The quail. Look, you've actually accidentally fallen into a little piece of authenticity there, because in the South, they're quite known for grilled quail.
There you go.
Whether or not you knew that or not, I think that the cook on the quail was beautiful, very, very tender, and you've got a lovely char going on there as well. And, you know, that hot sauce, that fruity heat and the acidity was just fantastic.
Brendan, props on your tortilla. Tortillas, when they're bad, they're like biscuits. You've managed to keep it quite moist. That's not easy for the first time.
I was worried about the cook on the fish because it was quite anemic looking. But when I bit into it, it crunched. And the fish was cooked perfectly.
Absolutely loved the quail. I thought it was a very smart dish. It was probably the one dish of the day when I was walking around I didn't think was going to be very good, and it really surprised me.
That's the first thing you said to me. You said I'm worried about the quail. Now he's banging on about it. Well done, Mexico!
Good job, Teffa. You killed it, Teffa.
Well done, Brendan.
Indian street foods, let's go.
I'm scared. I'm feeling pretty insecure taking the plates up to the judges. I know there are issues with my pani puri. I really don't want it to be me and Laura going through to the second round.
All right, ladies, explain the 2 dishes, please.
So we have a pani puri with a scallop and cucumber, little raw number in there, and a tomato tamarind water.
And then we have naan, tandoor prawns, curry sauce, and some yogurt.
The drama of the pani puri. 75 minutes I've seen you huddled over that fryer. All right then, shall we?
Picked a great day to wear this lipstick. I love the fact that you guys, you know, it was serendipity that you were given this challenge to be cooking Indian street food, because you've travelled together, you've experienced the same sort of thing. Your interpretation of a tandoor cooked naan and your prawn I thought was really lovely. The bread had some lovely texture despite it not being that sort of pliable chewiness that you get with a really great naan, but nonetheless it was still really fun to eat and a lovely texture.
All the flavours came together nicely. Overall, a really good dish, and you got a nice sort of charred flavour on that prawn as well. It's really sort of that smoky element, so well done.
Love that curry sauce. Prawn was cooked perfectly. The only thing for me is I got very little prawn flavour because there was so much going on.
Yeah.
The flavour of the tandoor on the prawns is the highlight of that for me. Although the curry base, I get where you're going with that tikka thing, it kind of overpowered the flavour of the prawns for me a little bit. It was just quite aggressive. Pani puri, just the texture's just like a biscuit. Almost like a stale biscuit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, well done.
Thank you.
Good job, Milky.
Good job. I feel like some fried rice and dumplings, boys. Team China!
I'm walking my dish to the judges. I hope that I've nailed the cooking of the rice and that is not too greasy.
Okay, boys, tell us what have you cooked?
I've made fried rice with lapchong and some shrimp with limited chicken scratching.
I've got a pork and Chinese cabbage dumpling with a black vinegar and soy dressing and a Szechuan chili oil.
Let's eat.
It was good. It wasn't great.
For me, the rice, it's nice. The textures that you've chosen to put in there, I think you could have used something a bit fresher as well. Like you've got the lapchong, you've got like the small prawn, and it's like quite salty elements.
The rice, I'm still getting that greasiness, and it's coming out of the Chinese sausage. You end up getting a whole piece of that with a forkful. That's all you can taste. But I love the technique on the dumplings. The flavour of the pork and cabbage was really great, and I think you've had a really solid attempt at that. Thank you.
Thanks, lads.
I knew it. I had a feeling.
Okay, next up, we're going to Lebanon.
Looking down at our dishes, I know the judges are going to be picking this apart. That lamb, cooking it under this time, I just hope that it's tender enough, it's got enough flavour, given that lamb shoulder is something normally that I'd cook over 4 hours.
What'd you cook for us?
Grilled prawns with fried heads and a pistachio and herb hummus with a little bit of sumac and rose petals on top.
Lamb shoulder, baba ganoush, pomegranate salad, flatbread, and crispy saltbush.
Well done on cooking that prawn. It was just cooked perfectly. It was probably one of the most simple we've seen today, and I think that's what street food is, so it really hit the mark in that way.
The bottom, the flatbread, mine was pretty good. Had good caramelisation, good char on it.
The lamb. I'm still struggling with why in 75 minutes you chose something as challenging as that.
The lamb is dry. Other than that, the flavour profiles were bang on. I just think the execution in this case could have been thought out a little bit better.
Thanks
very much.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, just want to start by saying you all did terrifically well, well done. However, 2 teams are going into round 2, and out of that, 1 of you will go home. The first team going through to round 2 is Team China. The second team going into round 2, and this was really close. Sorry to say. The second team going into round 2, and this was really close. Team India. That's you, Amelia and Laura.
Oh my God.
All right, Laura, Emilia, Can, Reynolds, come and get your aprons and we'll get inside.
I am gutted. To be in round 2 and to cook off against Emilia, Khan and Reynolds, this is the worst possible situation.
Good luck, guys.
We're all really good friends. We're all such strong cooks in this competition. And to think that one of us is going home and it's not even top 8 yet, that's a really scary thought.
Of course.
Oh my God, there's an atlas.
I was never good at geography. Were you, Mills?
Laura, look, I didn't excel.
What does this mean?
It's a map of the world.
I know, but what does it mean?
Let's just, we get a dart, we throw it.
Oh, I'm not good at darts. See how there's things on there?
I feel like Vietnam's up there. I can see that.
Round 1 was all about street food from around the world. And as you can guess from this map, round 2 continues that same theme. This time, we want you to do what Charlie does at Atlas. Take a country's big, bold, signature flavour profile and give them a modern, fine dining personal spin. Charlie, could you walk us through the countries that you visited through Atlas?
Yeah, so the countries we've visited, Thailand, Vietnam, the USA, Mexico, Peru, Brazil, France, China, Korea, Israel and Lebanon.
Your job now is to choose one of these 11 destinations and bring us a fine dining dish that reflects that country's cuisine.
When I hear fine dining, it really ups the ante. I mean, I have never worked in a fine dining restaurant. My business is cakes, so this is an incredibly intimidating challenge to me.
You guys can cook anything you want, sweet or savoury. You're going to have 60 minutes. And remember what's at stake here. Whoever cooks the least impressive dish will be going home at the end of the challenge.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Oh, thanks, Carl. Hold strong, Khan. Yeah.
Butter, butter, butter.
Interesting challenge this is going to be for these guys now.
Yeah.
Being able to pick a nation or a culture and be able to elevate that to a fine dining level, as well as respectfully represent it, there's a lot riding on that.
There are literally hundreds of French recipes off the top of my head that can easily turn into a fine dining dish.
Absolutely. I think they're going to have to really adapt and think. If they are going to try and reinvent some street food, it's how do they get it on the plate and make it amazing.
I'm really relieved to see Vietnam on the map, but Vietnamese food I think is going to be a little bit harder because it's not synonymous with fine dining at all. It's about punchy flavours, it's about being rustic, it's about eating off the street. That's going to be really hard to convert to fine dining. That's going to be a challenge. But Vietnamese cuisine is my strength. This is what I do. I need to play to my strengths.
So, Khan, tell us what's the dish?
So it's a play on gagung, which is it's a peasant dish. It's basically chicken cooked in a fish sauce caramel, but a ginger-style fish sauce caramel. So the major flavour there is ginger.
How are you going to make that fine dining?
Instead of chicken, I'm actually doing a quail. I'm going to actually do them on the hibachi, basting with the caramel. But that's the kind of route I'm going down.
To be honest, I haven't actually tried this particular dish, but it does sound great.
How would you translate a Vietnamese dish in a fine dining concept?
It's definitely tough, but you know, there's a lot of French influence in Vietnam. The French, they're the driving force of fine dining, so I think that Khan could be onto a real winner here.
Look, Khan, if anyone can conquer this, mate, it's you.
Fingers crossed.
Good man.
I was really hoping not to be in round 2, and knowing that I'm here against these 3 amazing cooks, I have to give it my all if I'm going to stay in this competition. I'm not ready for this to be the last cook I have in the kitchen, so fingers crossed, I can deal with a little bit of refinement.
Where did I put my butter?
I've chosen France as my country. I think French flavours are really, for me, easy to understand. It's very simple, but it's, you know, really refined and just super delicious.
Laura, are you doing coq au vin?
Yeah, my take on coq au vin.
Beautiful.
I don't know how much more classic I can go.
Yeah.
A coq au vin is traditionally a dish with chicken, wine, and mushrooms. The way I'm gonna make it into that beautiful fine dining dish is just changing up the ingredients a little bit. So I want to use quail instead of chicken and use cognac instead of red wine because I just know that cognac and quail are such a beautiful pairing together.
Hey Laura.
Hi Andy.
How are we?
Yeah, good.
What are we making?
So I'm doing a little take on coq au vin.
Okay.
So quail on the hibachi, then I'll just portion that up nicely. A quail cognac mushroom jus.
Okay.
Some butter poached shallots.
Yep.
Celeriac puree. And I'm just roasting some bone marrow. I think I want to emulsify it into the sauce at the end.
Okay, so you're playing on the flavours of a traditional coq au vin.
Correct.
But you're not just putting everything into a pot.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. Just really comes down to plating. Like obviously, like the flavour will be there.
Yep.
But just make it really small, petite.
You got the right idea. It's
Cool.
all about execution.
Absolutely. Thanks, Andy. I have worked in fine dining restaurants where I had to train myself to be in that mind frame, like this is a fine dining restaurant. You can't send it out unless it's perfect. I just need to make it look the part on that plate.
As soon as I hear the words fine dining, I think of perfection. Highly technical, presentation needs to be on point. There's no other option for me. Have to do pastry today.
I'm doing French. French pastry is perfection, so that's what I really want to emulate.
I am making a Paris Brest. A Paris Brest is a choux pastry filled with a hazelnut praline cream, but I am going to turn it into a petit four, which is like a little mini dessert, a single bite at the end of the meal just to finish on.
The petit four. It is fine dining to me, and I am going to present these and have them be perfect and technically perfect.
I'm so excited to watch this, Milty.
The first thing I'm going to get started with is making my choux pastry. In the Immunity Cook, I had a massive fail with my choux pastry.
Is that your shoe?
It's not good. I knew as I was doing it that I was rushing and that it wasn't going to work.
Amelia makes like the best shoe in the world, and that doesn't look like the best shoe in the world.
That fail has just been nagging me in the back of my head. So I am here to prove that I can do that perfectly. In this cook, I am so focused. I am spending every extra minute that I possibly can in making sure this is perfect.
Cool, calm and collected, Mills.
I am quite nervous about serving up a petit four in a challenge. This is a single bite of food that is going to decide my fate in this competition. Thinking about the three cooks behind me and just how highly skilled they are. But all I can do is my best, and if that's not enough, then there's no way I can go further in this competition.
Wow, Mary's going to do fish.
I want to do a French savory, not a sweet actually. I don't want to do a sweet because like it's hard to nail a very, very classic French dish it's a dessert.
For round two, I'm gonna make confit bleuette with celeriac puree, potted peas, and a white wine sauce.
Wow, I'm really surprised. I mean, you're fighting for a spot to stay in the competition, and you're not doing a sweet.
No.
I'm shocked by that. I don't want to jinx you, but when you left the competition the last time, what did you leave on? Sweet or savory?
When you cook a fish like bonito, it can become so dry so quickly, so you definitely don't want to flip it over.
Savory on fish as well.
I'm going to leave that with you, my friend.
This is definitely a risk because there's no room to screw it up. And today, if I have overcooked fish, I'm gonna be going home.
Time flies when you're cooking for your place in this competition. You've only got 45 minutes to go.
Come on, guys, keep it up.
Come on, Milty.
Go, Khan.
Come on. Good.
Let's go, Reynolds.
I don't want to go yet.
Come on.
In round 2, we have 60 minutes to create a fine dining dish from an international cuisine.
I'll be doing a French. It's going to be confit blue eye. I'm just going to sous vide that. And then it's going to go with a celery puree. And I'm going to do a kind of like an echelon wine sauce.
In season 7, I was eliminated on a fish dish, a bonito. I overcooked it. And today I've got to make sure that I don't get sent home again from a fish dish.
How long are you going to sous vide the fish for?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Key to getting the right confit fish is to get the temperature of the oil perfect. And for me to do that is to put in a water bath. I'm going to put all the oil with the fish in a bag, some time, and then pop it in a water bath.
I'm hoping to get the little fish out in the last 10 minutes. I want to make sure that I've got the fish cooked perfectly because this is elimination. I got to make sure everything is done right.
Every one of these cooks today are fighting for the place in the competition. If ever there was a day that I thought Reynolds would pull out an all-time all-star dessert, it would be today.
Yep.
Absolutely, yeah. That was quite surprising.
He's doing savoury.
Very, very interesting. Because of course, you know, French pastry technique, you know, he has that skill in spades.
Yeah.
What about Laura?
Laura's doing coq au vin. I think she's using cognac as well, actually, so that's a bit of a weird choice. I'll be really stoked for her if she can turn that into a fine dining dish because it's not traditionally.
Sure.
Then we'll go Amelia. She's doing Paris Bresse. She's going to do a petit four version of it.
Petit four symbolises that you're in a fine dining restaurant. There's nowhere to hide in that thing. If the choux pastry, she had choux pastry the other day, remember?
Yeah, puddle.
It didn't work.
And today, elimination, there's no room for a plan B. It's either A all the way or you go home.
Oh, they look good, Millsy.
Thanks, Tess. My choux pastry is in the oven, and now it's time to move on to my hazelnut cream. So I've got my hazelnut praline paste, creme pat and some butter in here, and I'm just whipping it up. It's a mix between a cream and a buttercream. It brings velvety richness to this dessert. Right now, I am feeling this crushing weight of pressure. At the end of the day, this is just a Paris Bresse, but this little tiny plate of food is the best of my best. So I just want this to be perfect.
How are your petit fours going?
They're going well, Jock. I've got my choux pastry and the crackling in the oven. Just working on the filling and then just bring it together.
You are resting your entire place in this competition in just one tiny little bite.
Yes. You know, like I am here to... I'm really here to show who I am. And this is who I am.
It says who you are. Yeah. Pastry.
Pastry.
But you're confident but nervous, I can see at the same time.
It's like I'm not ready to go home. But I don't want to be anyone who I'm not here. I was that last time, and I don't want to repeat that.
Yeah.
I just don't want to walk away from this experience feeling like I didn't give my all.
Yeah.
And I know I was very reserved at the start of this season, and I was really intimidated by everyone around me.
Yeah.
But I care so much. Like this is my passion in life. And, you know, I really want you to see me.
Yeah. If anyone can pull off a cracking choux pastry in this kitchen, it's you.
Thanks, Jock.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. There's no doubt about it, I've been incredibly reserved for most of this competition. I've been really intimidated by my peers around me and thinking that I'm not good enough to be here. It's stopped me from showing the judges who I really am.
I've never wanted anything more in my life than I've wanted MasterChef, especially this time. I want this dish to show the judges what I'm capable of. I'm just so eager for them to see me.
All right, friends, time to bring it home. You've only got 20 minutes to go. Yeah!
Yes, it's done.
Come on, smoosh down. Today I'm choosing to cook coq au vin. Instead of chicken, wine and mushrooms, I want to do quail, cognac and mushrooms.
How's your bone marrow? Oh, bippity boppity.
Bippity boppity boo. I'm gonna add the bone marrow into my quail and cognac jus. I'm gonna mix it in, allow that fat to kind of melt and break down, and then I'm gonna strain it off so it's really silky and smooth. I feel like if I'm gonna do French, I've gotta go all in on this. So yeah, marrow's in. I'm now working on deboning my quail. By using a quail instead of the chicken, it's a lot more of a delicate flavour and I can make it look really beautiful to make it fine dining. Such a small bird and there's some really small bones in there and I need to make sure there's not a single bone left in this quail.
Everything smells really good.
Thank you. The ginger chicken dish that I'm doing today is traditionally a peasant dish. I'm going to change that by using another protein that is really synonymous with Vietnamese cooking, which is quail. I'll be cooking it on the crown, on the hibachi, and brush it with the sauce. Wow. A lot of Vietnamese cooking is done over coals on the side of the street, so I want to represent that. I want to get that smoky flavour into my quail. I'm going to serve it off the crown, obviously. But what I'm most concerned about right now is I'm not going to refine it enough and it won't hit the brief. That's the scariest thing.
What are you using the persimmons for?
Sweetness.
Is that Vietnamese?
Yeah, it is. Just need a little bit of pickling and then I should be good to go. But I think I've changed a lot in this competition. In season 10, I was kind of lost. This season, I've come to realise what kind of food I love and what I want to do. And that's Vietnamese cuisine. I'm going to try my best to elevate it to fine dining. I want to champion it. This is what I'm about.
We want to see your fine dining dishes in 5 minutes. Come on!
This is where the stress all comes into everything now.
You happy with the fish, Randall?
Yeah, actually am. I just need to check it first. I get the fish out of the sous vide. It's actually so delicate. Yes! It's like just cooked.
Amazing. Good one, Ray.
I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna play around with it. I have to make sure that this fish stays intact. I'm just gonna hope and pray that it's cooked through.
Come on, doll.
I completely stuffed up my choux pastry in the immunity cook and it's led me to where I am right now. If that choux pastry is no good, I'm done. I open the oven and...
How are they looking?
Perfect. It is beautifully risen, they've caramelised beautifully and I just couldn't be more relieved. I start the assembly by filling the choux pastry with that hazelnut praline paste, hazelnut mousseline, and I pop the little tempered chocolate discs onto my petit fours.
Only got 3 minutes to go!
I'm really stressed right now. 3 minutes ago, I take my final piece of quail off the hibachi, I slice into it. It's not as undercooked as I want it to be, but it's still looking really good. I need to make sure there are no bones in it. To plate my dish, I've got the pickled persimmon on the bottom and then the quail breast, a couple of pieces of ginger and some finger lime on top of that.
Well done, Khan.
As I'm plating this dish, I think that I've tried to meet the brief for fine dining. I don't really know if I have. I'm happy with the flavours. I think it eats beautifully and hopefully judges like it too. It's all about this plating. So I feel as though this is still a little bit concerning for me.
Only 1 minute to go. Come on, guys. Oh, my God.
Fine dining is so hard. It needs to look the part, and right now I have no idea how I'm going to plate this dish. There's 2 breasts and there's 2 legs that have been deboned. Add my little onion petals, a few different types of mushrooms, a bit of the puree on the side, and then the bone marrow sauce.
Check over it.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the balance is there. Whether it's fine dining or not, Now I'm starting to like question it all. Just got to pray that I've done enough and that it all comes together.
It looks good, Laura.
All right, let's go! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fantastic!
Well done.
I'm shook. MasterChef is so much pressure. I wish I could convey how stressful and emotional it becomes. Like, you're getting judged daily, you're pushing yourself. You're competing with people that you really end up loving, and it's pressure. Like, there's no other word to describe it. And, you know, in my heart of hearts, this is my best dish. And if that wasn't received the way I wanted it to be, it would just be devastating for me.
So we gave them the whole world to play with. 3 of them picked France. 1 of them picked Vietnam. 1 of them's going home today. Can we get him in?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Good luck, Ray.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck, Reynolds.
Good luck, Reynolds.
Looks beautiful.
The last time you sat in that chair, the last time, in the first season that you were here, and you also did a savoury dish, also a fish dish, and that sent you home.
Yeah.
What was wrong with it back then?
It's overcooked.
Have you done the same thing?
Could be under.
Could be under, the opposite.
Oh, Reynolds, you're killing me.
Reynolds. Killing me. Explain the dish to me anyway, come on.
It's a confit blue eye with celeriac puree, potted peas, pickled echalot, pea shoots, and garlic flour. And the sauces is a wine sauce with chive oil.
So tell me, why is this dish resonating with French for you?
I love French food. It's so... the sauces, once you get the hang of it, you can create incredible layers of sauces. And I just find that, like, this kind of sauce, for example, jus especially, it's really, really fun to do.
Get your sauce on, and we'll test it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Well, look, for me, he's ticked the box of visuals as far as a French dish goes, and that is a fine dining French dish.
Thank you. I think great French cooking is about focusing on each ingredient and letting it shine, and that does the talking, so I think you absolutely nailed it.
This just shows the reason why French cooking, when it's done like that, is a hero. Because right there, you don't want anything else. We asked for technically perfect French food, and that's what he gave us.
He was right to be worried about that fish, though, because that was on the edge. Perfection, but on the edge. If he had been 30 seconds less, he would have been in trouble there. The fish is melt in the mouth, couldn't get any better texture, and blue-eye cod is a fish that can dry out and be really not that great, but it was just delicious. It made my mouth water, which is quite rare.
Good luck, Khan.
At this point, I 100% think that my dish represents Vietnam. Its flavours and also ingredients and textures. I've tried to meet the brief for fine dining. I don't really know if I have, but I fought today. I pushed really hard, and I'm proud of that.
How was that cook for you?
That cook was hard. The day's been hard. Yeah, it's not my style, but I'm really proud of what I've put up. So this is usually a peasant dish. It's basically chicken cooked in a fish sauce caramel that's been flavoured with a little bit of pepper and a lot of ginger. This says so much about where I'm from, my family, what we do.
What would your mum say about this dish?
Mum would be like, why didn't you deep fry the quail and
We look forward to eating this now. Would you like to sauce up and let us taste?
Thank you.
Thank you, Khan.
Thank you.
Has yours got the bone in? Wow.
No.
I've got full rib cage there.
I think he tried his best. He's got a lot of good elements there, but it just didn't. I don't think everything worked as well as it could have. The sauce itself, you want something that's probably a little bit thicker and got a bit more viscosity to it. So it's going to really glaze the, the quail, and it's going to make the dish sort of almost like a honey. That's what I think of. And then you've got the persimmon, and the persimmon does get slightly lost, I think, in the dish.
I had a breast piece and felt a little dry. And, half the joy of eating small birds is that succulence. When you really get it right, it's the best. So, for me, this is not Khan's best work.
I did get half a rib cage, which was quite unpleasant. Every single thing has to be absolutely perfect being fine dining.
I'm really happy with this dish. I know the flavours are there, but there's obviously just that small issue with plating that I'm not 100% happy with. That could be my downfall. And that's what could send me home at the end of the day.
Laura, tell us about your dish.
So I went for a little take on the French classic coq au vin and used quail, celeriac and mushrooms.
You sat there a lot. Does it get easier? Does it get harder?
I think it gets harder because I think at the beginning there's so many people here, so it's like, it's like a 1 in 10 chance of going home. But when you're sitting there and there's 3 other people, I know they're all very capable and they know flavour well, and I'm sure they put up amazing dishes. So yeah, it's hard.
We sauce that thing up, we'll taste.
Thank you, Laura. It doesn't look very fine dining.
It's more rustic than fine dining.
When I think of French food, it's that construction too of the dish and how they make it look really beautiful.
Yeah.
She definitely, for me, missed the mark with being a fine dining dish as far as the plating went. But I think as the, trying the sauce with the cognac, the bone marrow, it was a great combination actually. I didn't think that the bone marrow would actually add a lot to the dish, and it really rounded it out. I think it was really, really nice.
What makes French cuisine great is that meticulous approach to the attention to detail. And while the presentation was more rustic, there are some wonderful elements here that really speak to Laura's attention to detail. The jus, it had body, it had fine balance, the acidity and also the richness played really well there. And the cook on the quail is silky. It was, it was a joy to eat.
Let's get the next one in.
Good luck, Mills.
There's really no way of knowing if I've kept myself safe today, but I love this dessert. I am so proud of what I've made today. I've really done all I can do, and I just hope it's enough. I'm incredibly emotional right now. It might sound silly that I'm this emotional just for a pastry, but you put in years of hard work and there's just this weight of expectation that's, you know, coming from within. To think that this could be the thing that sends me home, something that I'm so obsessed with, would just be devastating to me.
Choux pastry means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Weirdly, yes.
How would you feel if you went out on the back of a choux pastry?
You know, I think I said last time I was sitting in this chair, I've spent the last 6 years like attempting to perfect my craft, which is cakes and desserts and, you know, dessert bars and things like that. And this is a big part of it for me. So I feel like if I went out on the back of it, it would just mean there was more for me to learn, which is a good thing. But I'm not ready to go yet, so.
I remember the first dish that you cooked here was that eclair. Then we go to that immunity dish when you couldn't even service the choux pastry. You got some balls to go there again today.
I think that's why I had to do it today, because I was just, you know, mortified at myself. But, you know, it's like, I'm obsessed with French patisserie. I just am. When you said fine dining, you might not instantly think of a Paris-Brest, but to me, fine dining is, you know, like searching for perfection. And so I had to do something that I could do perfectly.
What is the dish? Because we've been talking so much about choux pastry.
So this is a little petit four. It's a Paris-Brest. It's got a hazelnut praline cream, and some tempered chocolate.
Well, they look pretty stunning, so I reckon we dig in. Thanks, Amelia.
Thanks, Amelia.
Thank you. She was talking about, you know, being more ballsy. There's nothing more ballsy than resting your entire competition on this one little petit four.
Better be a hell of a petit four.
I think the line that came out of Amelia's mouth that resonated with me is, to her, fine dining is the pursuit of perfection. Is it me or was that pretty bloody close?
Yeah.
The choux pastry, as light as a cloud. The croquant, which is that crystallised sugar on top of the choux pastry, gives a crispiness that you can feel it in your brain as you're chewing the top of that. As far as filling the brief goes, not only is it a great petit four that you would find in a fine dining restaurant, it is textbook perfect as a Paris-Brest.
Just shows, obviously, the level she's at. That is incredible. There's a few different elements there, and she's just got everyone just absolutely perfect.
I mean, we just talked about staking your claim on staying in this competition hanging on one bite, but if it was going to be one bite, that's the bite you want, because that was absolutely perfect.
Well, what a huge day. We went around the world a couple of times. And we have to thank this guy, Charlie Carrington, for helping us through that. Thanks, mate.
This challenge really provided you with an opportunity to really spread your wings and fly. And two of you did just that. If I call your name, you're safe. Reynolds. You are determined to prove that you are more than just a dessert guy. Melt-in-the-mouth fish, a sophisticated sauce. Well done, you're safe. Thank you. And Amelia. What a ballsy move that was. Resting your whole place in the competition on a petit four. Well done, you're safe.
I don't
So Khan and Laura, it comes down to the two of you and the dishes that you cooked today. And it happened to be quail versus quail. Laura, your coq au vin was quail and cognac rather than chicken and wine. But your flavours celebrated the classic French dish and your quail was perfectly cooked. Khan, your gagong was rooted in the classic Vietnamese dish. But your dish lacked finesse and the cooking of your quail was less than perfect.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, that's why you're going home.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy for you.
Khan, how you feeling right now?
It's a sad day for me, but I feel as though there's a lot of people in the world right now that are going through so much more than what I'm feeling right now. So I just want to say that you are loved, life gets better. You have your ups and your downs, kind of ride that, and it's all gonna work out.
Don't forget also, you are deeply loved by the people in this room and so many people out there as well. Khan, this is heartbreaking, but it's time for you to go.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. You're a champ, mate. Well done. Thank you.
Well done, mate. Sorry,
Cheers,
well done
thank you.
today.
On this season of MasterChef, I feel like I've grown and fallen in love with Vietnamese cuisine and my heritage a lot more, and I'm so proud of that.
It's Khan, everybody!
It's been an amazing ride, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. All the stress, all the pressure, and all the craziness. But I wouldn't change any of it.
Next time on MasterChef Australia. They've made it to top 8.
I cannot believe I'm still here. I could not be more proud of myself.
And their determination is stronger than ever.
I want that MasterChef title.
But with such extraordinary competition,
If you want to lift that trophy, every dish must be exceptional.
they must climb to the highest of heights.
You want to be the best, you got to beat the best.